Good morning. It's Thursday morning. I got up, had my coffee, did my internet thing, and then posted my video. Uh, then after that, I got right to getting rid of that crusty old mock-up engine. And now that we've got the suspension pretty much done, I've got a few loose ends to take care of. The grease fittings, cotter pins. I got to weld those little flanges and to the cross member here. And touch up paint, pack those ball joints with grease, little stuff, touch up paint. So anyhow, but I want to focus on today is getting the brakes on this thing, front brakes. The idea being that as soon as my axle seals come in for the rear end, I can get this thing on wheels and rolling, and that's mobile, and that's good for me. That's what I want. That's where I want to be. So I got a really nice set of disc brakes that came in, and I'll show you what that's all about in a minute. And new subscribers, thank you very much. And let's just get to it, man. Okay, so these are the rotors. They're drilled and slotted to keep them cool. Very nice pieces. Also got all the the inner bearing and outer bearing. Inner bearing, the bearings came with races. Came with the race, but lucky for me, the races are already pressed in to the rotors. They came that way, so I won't need those races, and works good. So I got to pack these bearings with grease, and I'm gonna do it the old-fashioned way with a blob of grease in the palm of my hand and rub the bearing into it and make sure I get all the grease I can in there. And came with seals and all the washers and the caps and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and get one of these together and on, and then I'll probably show the second one. No sense showing doing the same thing twice. So let's get to it. All right, so let's get some grease on these suckers. I know a lot of you are thinking, why doesn't he wear rubber gloves? I hate wearing those damn things. They drive me crazy. The idea here is that you're rolling all the little rollers on the bearing, so the grease is getting right around. Don't be shy. Nothing ever broke from being over greased. There. This is probably why my son doesn't come out and help me. He doesn't like to get his hands dirty. I don't know who his dad was, but anyhow. I'm going to put these seals in. Hammer. Come on now. There we go. Tell by the sound when they're in. And yeah, we'll set up the camera over there and we'll get one of these on. Hey, let's get this thing on here. Go. I've already packed the bearing with grease. Just got a socket here, tap that in. Come on now. There she goes. And then washer. Oops. You see the washer's got this little tab on it. It fits in. There's a groove in here that tab fits on. I'm gonna pack a little bit of grease in there first. Like I said, nothing ever broke from having too much grease. There we go. Sweet. Put the nut on there. Oh, don't jam your hand in between the rotor and the spindle like I just did twice. Take a little bit more so it starts to stiffen up a little bit. Oh, I feel. I don't even know why I'm using a crescent wrench. Never use a crescent wrench. Okay, there's a little bit of drag there, so we'll back it off just a touch. Feels pretty good. And you got this little unit here. It's got these little tabs, and that fits over the nut. And then you put your cotter pin through and bend it back and you're done. So, I don't know what I did with the cotter pin. Oh, man. Anyway, I'll find it. I'll get it in there. And then we'll put the cap on. Okay, I got my cotter pin in and bent back. And now it's just the little dust cap. Rubber mallet. Okay. Yeah, use one of these. Yeah. There it is. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get a can of brake clean. I want to clean this all off, any of the grease that's on there, front and back. And then we'll get our caliper brackets and our caliper on, or yeah, caliper. Okay, so we got to get this caliper bracket on. Go, bolts on 2 locations. I've already done the other side. It's pretty slick setup. Okay, so one. Okay. Now, so I know left and right because you want your bleeder to be at the top. We've got enough spacing here. And I do not. Okay, so I'm going to open up that piston a little bit. And these pins, what is going on here? stubborn. Why? What the fuck is going on here? There we go. Okay, there we go. Brand new brakes. So just lines and you know, so we're good to go. Like I say, make sure your bleeder is right there, up at the top, so you can differentiate which one is which. And yeah, we're good to go on the front end. We can put wheels on this thing. Awesome. So there we go, brand new disc brakes on the front. You know, it's I can't believe how quick I got the footage together for this video. You know, it's just afternoon and on Thursday, so it's going to take me longer to edit it and post it than it did to make it. Oh well, so I'm ahead of the game. Yeah, I wish I had my axle seals here, but you know, I just ordered them yesterday, so that would be a miracle. I'll be lucky to get them this week, hoping, but you know, if I had them, I would have had this thing rolling today for sure on wheels. But c'est la vie, that's the way it goes. So what I am going to do is get on engine building. You know, I can clean up everything, organize all the bits and pieces, clean everything, and start assembling the engine. You know, the more I put on this thing, the more room I'm making. You know, I cleared out about, well, it looks like about 10 boxes out of here of parts that I'd scattered all over the place. So I'm making more and more room as I'm making more and more progress. So yeah, it's a win-win. And you know, getting that engine and transmission together and in the chassis, that frees up a whole corner for me. So that's awesome. What else? Yeah, apparently my stuff out west is getting loaded on a truck today or tomorrow, or today and tomorrow. So it should be here next week. I know I keep saying that, but that's what I keep getting told. Anyway, new subscribers, thank you very much. Much appreciated. You know, tell your buddies, tell your chums. It's up to you guys to get the word out. All I do is make videos, so it's up to you to want to watch them and tell your chums about them. You know, if you haven't already, please subscribe. You know, when you subscribe, you can go back and see where this thing started and how it looked when it first got here. And you can follow it from here on in. I'm covering this build start to finish. I've said it a few times now. So yeah, you know, subscribe and you can check out the whole build. What else? Yeah, get on it, building the engine and waiting on axle seals, and yeah, that's about it, I guess. So you know, if you're not doing anything else, get out in the garage and build something. Later, guys.